Okay, so we're asking for the log base 6 and then 1 over 36. So we know that if we rewrote this, and if it was asking for 36, it'd be 2. And then 1 over 36 is equivalent to saying negative 36. So if we take 6, if we ask what 6 square root would equal negative 36, and then if 6 to the second power equals 36, we can say that we can try 6 to the negative second power equals negative 36, but then we cannot have a negative in the answer, so how you would rewrite it would be 1 over 36. So if we start with 6 the base to negative square root, or negative squared, then that will equal 1 over 36. Okay, so for the next problem, it's asking log base 9 and then the exponent is 0. And for this, it's going to be undefined. And why is because if we take 9 to the first power, that's going to give us 9. 9 to the negative first power is going to give us 1 over 9. And then if we do 9 to the 0 power, that's going to give us 1. So there is nothing in between from like 1 to 0 to negative 1 that can give us zeros. That is giving us the undefined answer. Okay, so for the next problem, we have log b to the 4th root of b. And this is just asking what b, then what is it going to be? Either could be squared, or we're just finding out what goes up here that will give us the 4th root of b. Now, what does the 4th root of b mean? It just, and like, how are we going to find it? So you can, if we look at the square root, technically right here is a 2, and it's going to be times by 1. So this, like the square root, is actually equivalent to like x being square rooted up to 1/2. So if this is a 4 right here, because on square root it's technically a 2, but we just assume that's a square root. So up here the 4th root has a 4, and we can just safe to assume that it is being rooted up to 1/4.
Problems that involve logarithms and how to solve them. The first problem is log 2 of 8. Now, in order to find out what the log 2 of 8 is, we need to know what exponent 2 has to be carried to equal 8. Well, 2 to the 3rd power equals 8. So our answer to log 2 of 8 equals 3. Our second problem is log 3 of negative 9. Now, like the first step, we're going to want to know to what power does 3 equal negative 9? Well, 3 to any power will not give you a negative number. If this were a positive, it would be 3 to the 2nd power, and the answer would be 2. But since this is a negative, we will never be able to actually reach it, so this problem is marked undefined. Now, our last problem is a natural log, and it is natural log of 1 over E3. Sorry about that. Now, to break this down into simpler problems, in order to be able to simplify it even more, we need to understand that whenever e is in the bottom of a 1, it is because the exponent originally was a negative. So in order to simplify it more, this is going to equal natural log of e to the negative 3 power. Now natural log and e will cancel each other out, and so your answer, you are left with negative 3. And there you are, your 3 problems. Number 1, log 2 of 8 equals 3. Number 2, log 3 of negative 9 is undefined, and natural log of 1 over e to the 3rd power equals negative 3.
Alright, so our first problem looks like this. It's the log of 100. So here we assume the base is 10. So the problem would look like this. Log 10. And what power would it take to get this problem to equal 100? Well, of course, we know that 10 squared would equal 100. So the answer would be 2. And we can always plug this in on our calculator. So we could do 10 cubed, which equals 100. Alright, so for our next problem, we have log base b of b. So for this problem, this is asking what b is to the first, which of course would just equal 1. It's kind of asking for 1 of itself. Alright, so for the next problem, we have the natural log of 1. Of 1. So there's a rule for this one. Anything log of 1 or natural log of 1 automatically equals 0. Now we can check this by just taking our handy dandy calculator and pressing the natural log of 1, which there we go, we get 0. So that's an easy way how to check your answer for that.